going.
Yes, sir.
Ravi, AC
AC ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಬಾ.
ರಾಹುಲ್ ಬಂದು ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ.
ಓಕೆ.
ಡೋರ್ ಮುಂದೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡಿ.
ಮೇಡಮ್ ಬನ್ನಿ.
ಬನ್ನಿ ಬನ್ನಿ. ಬನ್ನಿ ಬನ್ನಿ ಬನ್ನಿ.
Students, everyone, first year.
Students from first year.
LLM student, anyone? Girl?
ಬನ್ನಿಪ್ಪ.
One LLM, one LLB.
One need ಕೊಡಿ.
ಬನ್ನಿ.
Yeah. Done. Good. Yeah, buddy. Sir, bunny, sir. Photo. Thank you.
On and off the dais. I take this immense pleasure to introduce our Honorable Chief Guest, Professor Dr. Chidananda Reddy S. Patil sir. Professor Dr. Chidananda Reddy S. Patil sir has graduated from the University of Mysore in 1983. He moved over to Dharwad to pursue his studies in law at University College. Director at Karnataka Institute for Law and Parliamentary Reforms, Bangalore. Mr. C.S. Patil sir has written one book, edited 4 books, more than 85 articles in law journals are published in his name. We, the University Law College students, feel proud and privileged and honored to have you here, sir. We welcome you to our esteemed institution of University College, sir. Now I request C.S. Patil sir to address the gathering.
Professor Rashnath and faculty members, Professor Jatish Gowda, Professor Jyoti, Professor Chandrakanti, and other faculty members who are two ends of legal education. Some at the beginning of the legal education, some at the beginning of the masters in education. They will be pursuing their masters, pursuing the studies for 2 years. Yes. I have to salute the memory and the contribution of Professor V.B. Kutino, and I am feeling very much elated and emotional to stand in this hall. And it was so nice when I was walking here, when I saw the picture of Professor Kutino, I felt the grace of that great leader who has built this institution to the international heights. You have entered the portals of this institution, whether consciously or unconsciously. You will appreciate what this institution is when you live through this institution for that period of 5 years or 2 years. I was the principal of University Law College, another University Law College in Dharwad. And for the first time, one team from all the Asian countries won the Vienna Moot on arbitration. Vienna Moot Court on arbitration. First ever team to win from all the countries of Asia was the University Law College, Bangalore. And when this news item appeared in the Indian Express newspaper, I posted it on the notice board of University Law College, Dharwad, with all the pride. Look, these children from ULC Bangalore have brought Lawrence to Asia. They have broken all the records. Till then, no Asian country entered final. Forget winning. And that was followed by winning Jasu, the most prestigious moot court. That happens. That happens when children are there in the University Law College, Bangalore. And now you have come to that position. And maybe you will create memories which the next generation of teachers and students will remember and cherish. That is the great institution wherein we are all standing. Definitely you are all going to miss the advice, and more than advice, the association of Professor Putin. He was a child with a child, an adolescent with an adolescent, and a scholar with scholars. We remember and we salute him for all that he has done to this great institution, University Law College, Bangalore. And second, I always feel happy to come here because of all scholarly professors here who associate me in various activities. We feel one always as academicians. We keep on sharing information. We are all involved in the learning process. So when I come here again I will go back with some learning. That's why I love to visit this institution always. And third, I compliment you for that retro. And I am feeling quite comfortable. I am feeling I am in the 80s when I was in my first graduation. Otherwise, I was missing it a lot in the modern attires, attitude, behavior, and conduct. It is so nice to see all of you. See, I had this opportunity of being with the youngsters when I was serving as a professor. Now that I am retired, I tell you, I am in the company of people who are 60 plus always. And 60 is the youngest fellow. I am 63 years. They say, you are a youngster yet. What is this club wherein I am a youngster? You imagine what company I will be having. Doing very serious exercises. And whenever I am called to go to law schools, law colleges, I feel supremely happy because I can bounce back in that company and create moments which I can cherish. Really, it is very nice to be here. And I don't know whether you have taken this decision consciously or unconsciously to take up legal education, but that is the best decision of your life, in my opinion. Why? Why? Because now you see newspapers, televisions, and social media. Advocates are there everywhere. They are the people who speak, and they are the people whom the public listens. A cricketer, after winning that trophy, he is called over here and he utters 3-4 sentences maximum. That's all. He cannot speak more than that. He will run into problem, and more than that, we will run into problem if he speaks. Same is the case with the doctor, same is the case with an engineer. That person, Naidu, who fixed that gate number, what was that gate that was broken? Tungabhadra Dam? 19. That is the thing. Team you have to cross when you are sailing through this. So, what is that? Engineering. Marvelous exercise. They could fix it. But society will not understand his technology. But lawyer is not like that. Lawyer is a leader always. We call law a center stage profession always. Law is a center stage profession. Why we call it a center stage profession? Because they perform in public They perform in the gaze of public. Public, the whole society will be watching when a lawyer performs. The brilliant of the doctors will pull off his suit, put on that night dress-like thing, which is called scrub. The attire of doctor when he goes to operation theaters, that is called scrub. So, puts on that scrub, goes into a place wherein nobody is allowed. Nobody will watch his performance. And he is the most knowledgeable person, saves lives, fixes the health issues. But public will not come to know what he has done. But lawyer is not like that. He will choose best of the suit and he will come to the center stage. He will go to the court hall and perform. It is a center stage profession. And second, it is an overarching profession. Law is an overarching profession. It is relevant to everyone all through the time, in all the places. To whom doctor is relevant. From 1987, doctor is relevant to this fellow who is standing here. I never fell in. Right? My friends who are doctors, they always say, what type of fellow you are? If all others were to be like, doctors will commit suicide. So if people are happy, healthy, doctors have no role to play. Doctors will feel bad that people are healthy. Right? Earlier we were thinking a lawyer will feel happy when there are disputes, when there are problems. No, now we have moved away from that. Always lawyer is necessary, whether there are disputes or not, because he is there at all levels of drafting contracts, mergers, takeovers, policies, implementation, clearances, everything. There is a huge moneyed man who wants to put up some entrepreneurship. He will call the services of a lawyer and ask what all clearance is necessary, what all permission is necessary, because he never wants to run into problems. Lawyer becomes necessary. An advocate is necessary everywhere. The equation is all people will not fall ill at a time. Okay? And second, a person will not be ill all through the life. So in these intervals, a doctor is necessary. But this fellow is relevant always. Somebody wants to buy a property, due diligence. He comes to a lawyer and says, sir, I want to buy this site. Please check whether it is safe. Then this fellow will search the history and make out who is the owner, whether there was succession, whether there was inheritance, whether it was sold to somebody, whether somebody has raised a loan on that, X, Y, Z, and he will make out and he will advise the clients and he will charge the fees. Recently, somebody went for a discussion with some advocate and the advocate sent a bill of 3 lakh rupees for having discussed with him. We charge whenever we speak. And sometimes they will be paid whenever they remain silent. That is another part of the game. Okay, so they say profession to be advocates always relevant at all levels, from the commoner to the government. Second, this is an autonomous profession. Law is an autonomous profession. And law is an independent profession. In the last issue of Bangalore University Law Journal, the editorial board was kind enough to include one of my articles into that. That is on how law is an independent profession, why other professions are not independent professions. Law is an independent profession. Why law is an independent profession? Because lawyers are the only category of the people who will stand up, look into the eyes of the power holder and speak truth to him. They have the guts, audacity, courage, standing, knowledge, wisdom, wit to address any power holder. Nobody else can do that. An IAS cannot do it, an IPS cannot do it. But a lawman, he may be a simple lawyer, he may be a legal advisor, he may be an attorney, whatever, he will tell the truth. They will advise the government. You may have majority, you may have brute majority also, sir, this is not permitted under the constitution. If you do it, it will be struck down there. People are sitting there in the Supreme Court. The government with that majority will follow the advice of the lawyer because they know this is a knowledgeable person. People always, whenever society is at crossroads, people look at lawyers. And if they follow what lawyers do. That's why on lawyers there is a great responsibility because they lead the society. When I was walking through the corridor there, I saw a poster made by a student. I did not see the name because these people did not allow me little time to go up to that poster and see. There is a shackle, chair, and there is a hand, freedom. That is the caption there in the corridor, the ground floor. When I saw that, I remembered one poster of the election in Maharashtra. There was a fist like this, there was a shackle on this, handcuff. Okay? Vote to remove that shackle. That was the slogan. The person was in the prison. Fernandez. Okay? George Fernandez, who later became the union minister, he was detained in emergency. He was in prison, and this was a poster. Only one type of poster, pasted everywhere. Vote to remove that shackle. And people voted with a thumping majority, and that shackle was removed. Freedom is that important. And who are the guardians of this freedom? These people who sit in courts and who stand before courts. Patil, when he took over as the president of Supreme Court Bar Associations, he made a brief address which went viral, and I felt very happy when I heard it. He said, "We stand before the court for justice. If necessary, we will stand against the court for justice." That requires humility on the part of an individual. And we have the great celebrated advocates who stand up when the society needs, when the country needs, and they steer the country through appropriate process and save the constitution, save liberty, save the system for us. That is the profession that you are embarking upon. This lady, master of the ceremony, she was speaking of legacy. Right? What is legacy? Legacy is how we nurture our youngsters. That is legacy. This institution has a legacy. It has a tradition of nurturing its youngsters. And once you have entered this institution, you have to pick up the threads of this legacy and weave them into a beautiful structure. And it is not that simple to carry on the legacy. It involves lot of tenacity, hard work and perseverance, and lot of pleasure and fun also. This fellow Siddharth, I want your biodata. Leave me, why you want your... No, sir, tomorrow you are coming to our college. He tried to scare me away. I said, I am also a god. I said, you cannot scare me, I will come. I was telling Professor Sudesh, I have taken out all those awards, decorations, gold medals, everything from the biodata. There is nothing so great in that. Why did I take out all those gold medals from the biodata? So this fellow is a first rank in constitutional law with medals and certificates. That is to clap. I will tell you why I have taken it out. Patil Nariman, who is no more, expired few months back, he has written a book, You Must Know Your Constitution. Who is this fellow at the end of the advanced age of 90? He writes this book to India, You Must Know Your Constitution. You see, all these people are very dangerous people. Huh? They give me books. My wants are so many, but everyone gives me books. I don't know what type of conspiracy these people have hatched against me. All the latest publications are on my table, and books will be in queue. So this book came, You Must Know Your Constitution. I am a constitutional master with ranks and medals. What I should know about the Constitution? Let me see what this person, Patil Nariman, has written. I started reading that. And I thought, yes, I must know my Constitution. I was stumbling upon so many things which I did not know at the end of 35 years of teaching, at the end of all those medals and ranks. That is the Constitution of India. We must know our Constitution. At least to pay tributes to Patil Nariman, we have to read this book, all of us, because we must know our Constitution. Very, very surprising things I learned when I read this book. People paid me salary, appointed me as a lecturer, professor, whatever. And at the end of that, I fail to understand why they paid me all that salary, because I am in the process of learning. Probably they paid all that for my process of learning. A great advocate, Nani Palkiwala, in one of his addresses, considered himself a student of law. From that point onwards, all those people who are involved in the field of law, they have started calling themselves students of law. So when those great people call themselves students of law, who are we tiny tots who are going behind? We are the followers of students of law. It is a learning process. And a lawyer, a law teacher, a judge is a student forever, forever. I had understood that right to free and compulsory education is a fundamental right after 92nd Amendment. And when I read this book, he convinces me in 2 sentences that it is not a fundamental right. It is wrongly included in the chapter of fundamental rights. He convinces. And I am convinced that 21A is not conferring any fundamental right to free and compulsory education, and it is wrongly included in the chapter on fundamental. I am convinced because I read this book. Then I said, this title, You Must Know Your Constitution, is worthy. Some of you may be knowing how India got independence. India got independence because British Parliament passed an act called Independence of India Act. Okay? So they passed an act, Independence of India Act, and from this date onwards, this territory, it will be dominion of India and this will be dominion of Pakistan. And 2 dominions came into existence when this act, Independence of India Act, was passed. If you go to the last article of the Constitution, Article 395, therein you will find Government of India Act and Independence of India Act. Both of them are repealed by the Constituent Assembly through Article 395, repealed. That is a different story. You will learn more about it when you study. Constituent Assembly has repealed Independence of India Act. When I read this book, I came to know that it was there on the statute book of Britishers. Independence of India Act was on the statute book of Britishers till 1976. Okay? I failed. Even now I have not understood why they had kept it on the statute book till 1976. We you must know our constitution. Like this, when I traversed through, there is one chapter, the title of that chapter I love most, Roller Coaster Through Constitution. Right? You have come to a garden of laws. You will be swinging through legislations. You will be on a roller coaster ride through the laws. See, it is so marvelous. The terrain is so beautiful. Hats off to all those people who have built this great library. And hats off to the donor, what is the name of? Anup Shah, who has added another 15,000 volumes to this library. See, I was studying in University Law College library with 14,000 volumes. And now when you have a library of 30,000 volumes, how fortunate you should be. You are there in an institution which has a good stack of rare and marvelous books. Education is not information. Education is formation. These boys and girls who are sitting here, you are persons today. You are persons today. If you spend your 5 years, if you spend your 2 years, and see, we always say, what is legal education? Legal education is a preparation for lifelong study of law. Okay? So if you learn properly, this person sitting here will become a resource person. If you waste your time, you will run into problems. You may earn money, mountains of money, but you will not be a professionally successful person. This is a professional program, professional course. What is a profession? What is a profession? One great jurist by name Roscoe was the Dean Roscoe. He writes, they are the avocations pursued by learned men. Now, what is the gender neutral language? Learned persons. Okay, they are the avocations pursued by learned men. As a matter of public service, no less a public service, even if incidentally that is a means of livelihood. That is the definition that is attributed to a profession. Who are professionals? They are a body of men pursuing a learned art. Everything is an art. Law is also an art. And these people who are learned in law are pursuing that art of law. Art of law. What I am trying to underline is, learning is the essence of becoming a professional. You want to be a professional? The foundation is learning. Justice Brandeis, a very great judge who was there on the American Supreme Court, Justice Brandeis. Warren and Brandeis was the office. Later, Brandeis became a justice. Warren continued as a lawyer, and for centuries that office is there, America even now. That's what I learned when I read another book of Rahul Mathan, Privacy 3.0. Okay, Justice Brandeis gives some criteria to identify a profession. 3 criteria. The first criteria of a professional is the necessary basic input is intellectual in character. The input is intellectual in character, distinguished from mere skills. We always use this expression, lawyering skills, lawyer's skills, communication skills, argumentative skills, whatever. See, I will just qualify this expression skill. What is skill for a lawman? For a law person, skill is converting knowledge into action. That is skill. For a gymnast, skill is different. For a biker, skills are different. But for a lawyer, he should be in a position to convert that knowledge into action. That is the skill. I have learned something, and this person is in problem, and I have to advise him, navigate him. Right course, I have to show him. That is the skill. So, profession is necessarily an activity for which the preliminary input is intellectual in character. What you do when you are here in the University Law College, you have to acquire a bastion of knowledge. I tell you, all of you are so competent and capable. You can be anywhere you want. A Kannada medium girl who came to my college from Raichur, she said, I will go to Harvard for higher education. Very a stupid fellow, where from? She went to Harvard. She got an admission to Cambridge. She said, I will not go to Cambridge, I will go to Harvard. She went to Harvard. I was wonderstruck. Her parents could not believe that her child could do this. And this happened because she used her 5 years in a proper manner. This college has produced so wonderful graduates. They have gone to all the best universities on earth. And maybe sometimes, I don't know, maybe there were some friends in the same batch in this college who spread over the map of world and decided who will go to Munich, who will go to Singapore, who will go to England, who will go to Washington. That should be the ability. This batch of 24, 25 should be in a position to put their finger at the world map and go there. Done? That is possible. If you can groom yourself, spend your 5 years properly. Be always motivated. So that is the first criteria, intellectual input. Go on learning. You have seen this fashion channel, no fashion channel. I watched it for hours and hours and hours to understand what this is. Who is running this fashion channel for what? There are no advertisements. Where from this fellow gets revenue? Arey, go and ask. Yeah, I drive through one of these roads in Shisharipuram. Every day there is one Nagappa road. And for the past 3 days I am struggling to understand who is this Nagappa, after whom this road is named. But I will locate that Nagappa and try to understand, because I am traversing in that road every day. No? You have to understand what is University Law College. Then you will know where you are. So that is the requirement. We have to acquire so much of knowledge, so much of knowledge. You should own the subject. At the end of this, you should be owner of that subject that you have studied. Not ordinary. I touched the subject, I glanced the subject. No, I am the owner of that subject. That should be the claim. When somebody is speaking, somebody else wants, no, when he said it, it is final. Don't contest. That should be the ability to which each one of you can grow. Go on amassing knowledge. Touch everything, read everything. See, we think we know. See, knowledge, this is the knowledge. So this is in touch with what is not known. So this is a small knowledge. It is in touch with what is not known. If this is the knowledge, it is in touch with so much which it does not know. This is the knowledge. It is in touch with so much which it does not know. A person who knows little will be ignorant of the fact that he does not know few more things. But you have a vast field of knowledge, then you will be aware of how much you do not know. Okay, at the end of that, Again, we go back and say, you must know your constitution. The end of that, because having studied that constitution for 35 years, I know what I do not know in the constitution. And I do not want you to be like me, who will be required to read the constitution after retirement. That is the first criteria. Second, it is an occupation which is largely pursued for others, not for the self. Okay, who are these artists? Who is this person from Bangalore who was paid 6 crores or so? He said, when others are paid 2 crores, I also will take only 2 crores, I do not want 6 crores. Rahul Dravid. See, he was coach of the team which earned some trophies, and he was offered some prize money, and there were other colleagues also. They were see, for him money makes no difference whether he takes 3 crores, 5 crores, 8 crores. What are these crores? What you will do? 20 rupees you get Anna Sambar in Bangalore, and that is what you can eat. Nothing beyond that. Eat same Anna Sambar in a 5-star hotel and pay him 2,000 rupees, but you are eating the same quantity of. That's it. But that is a profession. Okay? Why he is there in the field even after retiring from the class 1 cricket? He is a professional. He is a professional. So all those professionals, they will pursue profession not to earn food. They are there because they are knowledgeable people and their services are required. Naidu at that advanced age, we called him back to Tungabhadra Dam because society needs his knowledge. Farmers need his knowledge. All those thousands of TMCs are to be saved for our crops. Naidu comes back. That is the requirement. If you Google one name, John Goodenough, you will stumble upon a physicist, a Nobel laureate. And he got Nobel for his invention, which he did when he was at the age of 90 years. So you have a professor, aged 90 years, who is standing in his laboratory and inventing something for which he will be given Nobel Prize. And what is that? That is lithium-ion battery, on which all our gadgets are running. Great, no? I am tired today. Why you are tired today? That person at 90 is working. So wonderful. Dr. Reddy's tablets, not this fellow Dr. Reddy, Reddy's lab. Dr. Reddy was a government employee. And after retirement at the age of 58, he founded Reddy's lab. And now Reddy's lab is supplying medicine to 1/3 of the world. That is the contribution of Anji Reddy. His name is Anji Reddy. Right? See, these are all professionals who want to make difference. The lady was telling, the compere was telling that University Law College has produced graduates who have made difference to the society. Yes, you should become graduates who will make difference to the society. The third criteria attributed to a profession by Justice Brandis is the amount of financial returns is not the accepted measure of success. How much you earn is not the measure of your ability. Professional success is completely different from monetary success. Okay? A professional is not in a race with a real estate person. He is a businessman, he is an entrepreneur. They are involved in different avocations. Their goal is different. We are professionals. We are here for something else. When this is the requirement of a profession, I have to form myself into that profession. And you have to make this exercise a sort of fun. See, one of my teachers He dropped out. He said, enough is enough. You are a bad principal. I will get out. He went away. Then all the children were, sir, the teacher is yet to cover one enactment, sir. Examination is fast approaching. You arrange for a teacher. Then, as principal, I have to arrange the teacher. No. He said, how much of syllabus? Only one small act, sir. What is that act? Designs Act. Designs Act? No. I will teach that component. Then I borrowed some books on Designs Act and I started reading that, and then I went see how designs are to be registered. When I read this Designs Act, then I stumbled upon the fact that the fashion fabrics are protected by Designs Act. Designs are to be published. Designs are to be published. And the fact of publication will entitle him that right on that design. That's why fashion channel is going on. I felt so happy. I understood at least one reason I could find out for this. That is a liar. Being a liar is not an ordinary thing. Other day somebody telephoned whether a person can have a second wife. No, a person cannot have a second wife. No, he has second. Then check whether the first one is a wife. Law, no. Law is like that. We understand the way law wants us to understand. We will not understand the way somebody else understands. And in the process, I stumbled upon two marvelous ladies when I got down from my vehicle. I run into problem always. They greeted me. They are cultured, civilized people. So when there is a person outsider, say, let him greet him. See, an elderly person. Oh, good morning, sir. Good morning. I felt very happy. Okay, nice girls. They greeted me. You are waiting to receive me. No, sir, we were standing here just like that. Okay, came down. And anyway, they have greeted me. I felt I will talk to them. These ladies are here or went out? LLMs. Yeah, they are here. Okay. Don't mistake, huh? Humor is part of life. I have to laugh, otherwise I will die. You have seen that Rowdy Rathod movie. No? Even when he is on the deathbed, this is a junior came and pleaded for time. Sir, I pray for time. Then the judge asked, what happened to your senior? Sir, he is lying in the deathbed. What is? He is lying in the deathbed? He is on the deathbed and he is lying even then also. Sir, at least he should speak truth. One wonderful book, My Dear Liar, Bernard Shaw. Liar is a wonderful person. And he is a dear liar. If a liar tells you, I am a liar, is he a liar? No. He is not a liar. He is speaking truth. And a liar lies that he is a liar. Is he a liar? No, if he is lying that he is a liar, he is not a liar. So who is a liar? Liar is a person who always speaks truth. Or ulta corollary, a person who always speaks truth is a liar. Not that. When you read Shirvai's constitutional law, you will come across things like this. And there is one book, Julius Stone. Okay? In the book of Julius Stone, there is a chapter, Illusory References. You are in the first year of LLM or first year of LLB. This is the wonderful time to read this chapter. You will really celebrate your stupidity. Go and read, and at the end of that, you will be convinced that you have not understood anything of that. I am also in the same club. We are in the majority. See, what we do in the process is we get that command over the language. That's why Bernard Shaw himself, he satirically has said, "Who are these liars? They are the men who are brought up from their birth to argue that black is white, white is black, accordingly as they are paid. You pay them, they will prove anything, they will argue anything." And they have that. One of the friends went abroad. From there, telephoned this fellow who is back home here in India. "What are you doing?" "Friend, I am involved in a very great project. I am executing a project." "What project?" "No, this is a very important and sensitive project." Please explain, what is this?" "This is thermo-aqua treatment of ceramic and alumina in constrained environment." That fellow got into, what a wonderful project he will. The situation was, this fellow was made to wash the utensils, cups and saucers and all the pots, and wife was standing there with a baton in hand, and he was doing it in hot water. Thermo-aqua treatment of ceramic and alumina in constrained environment. Okay, friend, first he is doing some good job. That is possible for a lawyer. "I can perceive your canine oscillate its tarsal appendage." Canine is a dog, tarsal appendage is tail. So, dog is wagging its tail. And this fellow is liar, no? He says, "I can perceive your canine oscillate its tarsal appendage." Okay, liar can speak like that. And if you listen to the description of whiskey by Winston Churchill, which I have read to our friends, whiskey is to be read, not to be fed. What, sir? Always you read about this. They have command on that language, and that command you will develop through incessant reading. You have to read quality literature. These two ladies, I was struck by their answers. I felt they are LLB. They said we are in LLM. Oh. Then I asked one lady there, "Then you have finished your LLB?" "Yes, sir. We have finished our LLM." "Then why do you do LLM? You want to finish that also?" "No, sir. We want to acquire knowledge. We want to study further. We want to acquire knowledge. We have studied, and now we want to learn more." And another lady said, "We want to acquire specialized knowledge." Keep these things in mind. You are on the right path. And you have to go in that direction. We are here to pursue knowledge. Knowledge is not a monopoly of anyone. You have to pursue the knowledge. And this is a very, very constant, incessant activity. What is known as incremental growth. There should be incremental growth, day in and day out. Every day we should learn. Every day we should learn. Other day I was reading newspaper. Somebody on the route to Kolar is booked for watching child pornography. Karnataka High Court reversed its earlier decision and said watching child pornography is a crime. And on Monday, Supreme Court has delivered a judgment on child pornography. And they have advised that no court in India will use this expression child pornography. No, that language should not be used. They have find some alternative language which is to be used till they have given direction to the parliament, to the government to immediately issue an ordinance that this expression should not be used and the parliament should make an amendment. Till then the ordinance should be enforced. It is learning for me. That's what I learned on it. Okay, somebody watches pornography, child pornography. How police will come to know it? This was my problem as a lawman, law student. How they will? Then I went on searching. Listen this very carefully. There is a technology which is known as tip line. TAPLINE, tip line. So they install tip lines. Where they install, I do not know. I have to contact some technology fellow and understand whether they install it to the pornographic site or whether they install it to my phone number or whatever, I do not know. But this thing, tip line comes in between. And when the tip line is there, whenever a person accesses that site, immediately message will go to the police with all the details of the person where. So now onwards, whenever you are doing this, be careful. There are certain of the things which are untouchable. By mischance you touch it and that is on tip line, you will be taken into custody. Who knows? Certain of the pornographic websites, when you touch it, they say this is prohibited in Europe. This is prohibited in America. That warning comes. Are you know it? Why are you happy? People are smiling. Smiley comes, no? There, I have 3 emojis here. 3 smiling. We are liars. If I do not know what is heroin, what is opium, what is brown sugar, it will not be like that in the movies. They open the carton and then they take a salt packet, open, arrest him. No. A liar should know something of everything and everything of something. That is the mandate of who is this? Polak in the first year LLB book, Glanville Williams, that you will be studying. A liar should carry a small amount of actual knowledge and a vast field of potential knowledge. In the process, we should go on adding on to that potential knowledge. Potential knowledge is at the back of the mind. When it is necessary, it will come to the front. Till then, it is there. You know. Approximately, you know what it is. Whatever that happens on earth, approximately a liar will have a picture as to what it is. That requires a lot of reading. Specialize. How you specialize? Somewhere I read. If you can read 10,000 pages of quality literature, you will become a scholar in that area. 10,000 pages of quality literature. Go under the guidance of right teachers. Sir, constitutional law, you have read some constitutional laws? Yes, sir. Suggest me some good 10 books in constitutional law. I want to read. We are all involved in the process of reading and we are celebrating reading. And how marvelous books are there. What beautiful books. One of the senior advocates wanted the principal of a college here, E.S. Carvin, Constitution and What It Means Today, in which library in Karnataka this book is available? A question is asked. Being principal is not an ordinary task, and being principal of University Law College should be very dangerous. Now 30,000 volumes. And if I ask him whether you have this book in your library, he should be in a position to tell me whether the book is there or not. Professor Sudesh said, sir, I am handing over the baton to there will be change of guard. Right? If you spend 5 years in this college in a proper manner, you will know all these 30,000 books in the library. You will be master there. You need not read all of them, but you should be knowing where is what. When the situation comes, you will be in a position to 10,000 pages, you set your target. whether you will do it in 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, you can be what you want to be in that time. You are in charge. You are in the command and control of your life, both personal and professional, and we have lot of disturbances. That principal took a screenshot and sent it to me. It is there. Yes, Karun books are there in the Mysore University Library. See, at that level, I am sorry because there is no clock in this
Deliberately we have.
hall, and I do not have a watch. So I have shared this information with my friends here. There is one wonderful book which you note down. You also read this. Not that you have to wait to be of 60 years to read these books. Lawrence Tribe is the author. Reading the Constitution is the book. Lawrence Tribe, Reading the Constitution. The former Vice Chancellor of National Law School was carrying it in his hand. I said, reading the Constitution. I said, sir, can I borrow this book? I want to make a photocopy of it. Then he said, so I took a photocopy of that book. It is a small book. When I started reading it, there is a method of reading the book. Everyone will not be knowing how to read a book, and some of us are trained in reading a book. So when I started reading that book, in the acknowledgements, there is one name that is underlined. The name is Barack Obama. The author Lawrence Tribe acknowledges the help of Barack Obama in finalizing that book. Barack Obama, we know, was the President of America. He is a law professor. So, however busy you are at the helm of affairs, but you are involved in collaborative scholarly activities of finalizing a book on constitutional law. Then I said, I must read this book. When Barack Obama is associating with Lawrence Tribe, writing this book, why I should not read it? It is such a fascinating book, I tell you. The first chapter, how not to read the Constitution. And there is a subheading in that, reading the Constitution should not be writing the Constitution. I had stumbled upon one article of Aaron Barak. Aaron Barak was the judge in the Israeli Supreme Court. He is a world famous writer. And having read that article, I was feeling I should get this book of Aaron Barak so that I can read. And we got Indian reprints. 2 books. Purposive Interpretation is one book. Judge in Democracy is another book. Fascinating books. And when I am reading the acknowledgement page here, name of Lawrence Tribe is there. Okay? So Lawrence Tribe is acknowledged by Aaron Barak. What these people at that advanced age, having held the constitutional positions at the national levels are doing, and what we tiny tots, Lilliputians are doing in Nagarbar. Shame on us, no, if we are not doing our job properly. At least read, if not write. Somebody asked me, sir, have you written any book? No, reading is not over. Where is the question of writing? First I will complete my reading and then I will try writing. It is a marvelous work. I've got all these wonderful books which are readily available, soft copies, and judgments. The judgment came, 197 pages, the Karnataka High Court, about sanction for prosecution. During one of the responsible persons asked, what is your opinion on this? And I said, sir, please read Para 53. Judgment comes by 12:30, by 1 or so, that is there in your smartphone. And you should be in a position to scan that 197 pages in 2 hours, and you should know what is there in that judgment. Then you will be relevant. Judgment, no sir, I do not have a copy of the judgment, sir. I have to print it, sir. This is the world of performers. And performance are respected, needed everywhere. You are checking for 53, sir? Para number? Want to see what is there in 53? Read, you will enjoy it. It is a small para. Okay. So now you have ventured into this and you have to celebrate. 5 years, have fun. Don't give up that part of the otherwise. See, sometimes you will become a sort of zombies. Okay. Passion for reading is the greatest gift. You should develop that passion for reading. And work in small groups. Share information. We share information. That's why we update ourselves. If I am not sharing information with Gowda, Gowda is not sharing information with me. I am not telling anything to Professor Sudesh. He is not telling me anything. So we will be in our silos. We will be in our cocoon without knowing what is happening somewhere else. We work in a collaborative manner and plan your appropriate internships. There is a lot of confusion and commotion. Don't be victims of that. Distracting factors are there, but you should be determined not to be detracted. That legacy of this college you have to carry forward, winning prizes, bringing laurels to the parents, to the institution, to the town, so that all of us can be so proud of this child who is making mark. See, on the sand of time, some people leave footprints. Professor Kutino has left that footprint. Professor Patil has left. See, we remember these names because they make mark. Those people who are not in a position to make mark, no issues, but they should not become a scar in the society. We will celebrate when you go and adorn all those great ones. See, we remember with all fondness. Professor Kutnur, Siddharth, you know, Pratibha sent me air tickets. She said you should be there when I am sworn in as a High Court judge. The teacher feels elated when his student is sworn in as the justice in the Delhi High Court. And she comes here often. All of you will be meeting her. There is something that is happening. I shared with Professor Sudesh. I also felt happy for she being the graduate of University Law College. You should become such icons, right? Otherwise, nowadays, this expression straightforward person has acquired some meaning. The judgment came 197 pages. I forwarded it to Satish Gowda without reading that. I am a straightforward person. Straightforward persons. All the best for the wonderful decision you have taken and the iconic institution of which you are going to be part of. Maybe when occasions present, we will meet again. Thanks a lot, all.
Thank you so much, sir, for such wise words. We're honored and pleased to have you here.